Hello. So, finally got Unit 0, or the blue one. Still a prototype, but it's the blue one on the cover. And yeah, this is gonna be its unboxing video. So I already took out all the parts, I already cleaned them, I already inspected them. They have a lot more detail and a lot more ability than this one does. And not to say this one is bad, it has its bonuses. I mean, it's pluses, excuse me, it's bad sides, sound sides, but so is everything. And yeah. So, this box is pretty old, as you can see from the dust and the dent in it. That's why I like it, because that means that it hasn't been used, hasn't really been tampered with. Something might have been on it, but that's fine. And it proves its age. There was a sticker up at the top right, but whatever. Then, just like the other one, it's the same box in all actuality. There's nothing different about it other than the side pictures. And I'm very limited on space, so excuse me. Yeah. So you can't put an LED in here, but I will talk about it when I get to each of the parts. Yeah. Pretty much all the cautions say is, don't swallow it, don't eat it, don't do anything stupid. If you lose it, oh well, on you. If you're in America, that is. But let's get to the parts. So, this is all the parts, excluding the Spear of Longinus and the rubber pieces. So, let's get a closer look at one of them. So here's the thigh piece. So it's pretty nice. This one looks like I don't even have to sand that much. If it'll focus. There we go. Again, it's really nice detail. It's light but thick. So it will take a hit, but then again, it's not something you should drop, as you will definitely be paying for it later. Then here, details on the hands. Come on, you got it. There we go. And again, it's going off a very, very basic thing. That's one thing I love about Ava's. They're basic, so it's very easy to get the detail and realism in it. Let's do something like the head, which is one of my favorite pieces. Like, this is, they cut it off of sprues? Not really. And this one's better than the orange one. I mean, it still has giant seam lines in it, but it's not too shabby, I gotta say. Nice, Zero. Nice. I'm missing the plastic pieces, though. Wonder where those are. And then let's go with something like the N2 mine. So it's actually pretty big. And it's nice. A lot of detail can be put into it. A lot of work will have to go into it. But you know what? It's a mini nuke. I'm fine with that. Just for a little comparison. This is it next to its first prototype. Then let's get to the entry plug cable. Not the cable, the I don't know, the adapter. Again, it's nice detail. You have to work on some of it, but it's fine. Then the Armor Schneider, or the knife, progressive knife. That's it on the runner. Thankfully, it is on the runner. Well, it's simple enough. Kind of like the Perfect Grade. Just two sides with an opening gimmick, and then this flays down when you open it. Pull out, oh my gosh, the knife. Yeah. Oh, and it comes with a box cutter as well. Sick. But something else I think is important, I guess. Okay, so with the hands, this is, in the other reviews, I'll talk about having a drill 3 to 5 millimeter hole. The reason why is because these are bare. There is no hole to put the pegs into, so you have to drill it yourself. That's a pain in the butt part. Just because if you don't get it right, it gets off just a tad, and then that gets a little annoying. And then the weird part is we get 4 of these. well, maybe two. Some of them have different parts to it, different polycaps, but it's pretty much the same thing. Two thick rods for putting in joints. When you don't use metal rod or the brass rod, copper rod, whatever it is, use this. And yeah, you don't use them all, you'll never use them all. So if you ever need a piece for Gundam or another hobby kit, well, you got more than enough. Then it's going to the shoulders. Very thin, but nice. Nothing special about them, nothing too bad about them either. Easy construction. Just I hope the glue I'm using will work this time. Oh, okay. Actually, let's get into the trouble part. So this part, only reason I'm bringing this up is because this is how it looks on the inside. You put the rubber, I'll show you. It goes down to about here. Put polycap in here, put the rubber part over the knee construction, put the polycap in, put in the shin as well, and then that's the leg. And just like that one, it's pretty nice. I'll show it. So all it is just that. A little bit more. So up to there. Foot, a little bit of a toe bend. Go back and forth that much. It's nice, but again, it can barely stand. So you can get some cool poses, but can't necessarily, I don't want to pose her again. And now the glue these on, by the way, that's where they're loose. If you didn't see the videos from before. And yeah, so the other part that's weird is the legs and the arms. This is what they look like, pretty much. Everything on here is either held together by screws or those thick poles that you saw. And it works, kind of. Now let's get into the spear. Spear's in 3 pieces. Here's one, there's a connecting piece. They covered that in the box art. That was a little bit of a bummer, but again, it's nice. It seems like it's rolling it into itself. It just branches out and becomes one individual thing. Here's the other side. Pretty much the same thing, but in reverse. And then here's the pole. I guess the way that it's gonna join is by, you're not gonna focus. All right, so it's, I think a 2 millimeter hole right now, probably 3. I can work on that. And it's tilted or bent out of the box. Not a big deal, but it can get pretty annoying. And no hand grips, which is shocking. So, wonder what hands we're gonna use for that. Especially with the N2 mount, probably just use the splayed out hands. Now let's get into the rubber. So this is what it looks like, or the knee segment at least. So you cut out the top, cut out the segment part, yada, yada, yada. Really flexible, it's nice. It's thin but thick, just like the plastic in front. It's nice, but do wash the outside because like the inside, this is very sticky. Shouldn't really be like that, it should be smooth. Then here's the waist. This one is kind of tricky because when you put the joints in better than the perfect grade, it, I don't know, you just have to wedge it in nicely, but the pieces probably won't stay together, so that's the biggest pain in the butt. Oh well, ain't that bad. Here's the neck. It's nice, but I'm still learning how to cut this, so I'll show you that when it happens. Here's the other knee, same thing. And here's the foot, the weird foot. Ugh, I can't believe I got this again. Now let's go into the arms and the shoulders. So this is what the arm looks like, pre-cut. Nothing special about it, nothing amazing. You have to paint this. Don't paint the actual plastic pieces. Black parts that you see on there are all rubber. Here's a shoulder girdle. The plastic wraps around here. It tells you what side it is, so this is right. And then you get the torso with the bulge. Oh. And yeah, probably the easiest piece to cut, but the hardest piece to line the holes with. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. And then here's the other shoulder. And yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing I would say before you get this is be prepared. There we go. To have to put in more work than you thought, but you guys honestly probably won't. But then here's the coloring guide. And yes, it comes with a whole sheet. Come on. There we go. All in Japanese, nothing in English. Comes with directions for the N2 mine, box cutter, progressive knife, injection plug, rifle, and how to actually color her, which is nice. Now let's get into an instruction manual. So this is it. It's nice, saying that you can put an LED in the head. As I said, I will show you later. First page, pretty nice. I'm not really gonna go into this. I'll show you that when I build it. Then here are the replacement part pages. All in Japanese, only available in Japan, so useless. Here's the cable, pretty thick. Freaking someone outside the door. Wire, use this for most of the construction. And then the metal nuts, springs, and I think there's something else. Nuts, springs, screws, bolts. I don't know. Basic stuff. They're two big ones, so I wonder what that's for. Cool. And yeah, it's everything that comes in the box. So a lot of work. A lot of detailing needs to be done because, as you can see on some of these, yes, they're cut off the sprue, but that's it. They were just cut off the sprue. I had to put in more work. And I was trying to wipe them off with the rag. Sorry to rip the rag. Excuse me. Especially stuff like this with just a giant block. Cool. But then, again, it's a giant block of plastic. That can get in the way. I have no idea what this is for, so I'm probably just gonna clip it off. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll put a video of how I built this. Since I got the tripod, I might as well. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. And have a nice day.